Hey everybody. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but that's Hotel California being played at an extremely high volume. Somewhere over that freaking direction. For like the 13th time. Whew. I don't know how much more of that I can take. But anyway, step 98. If you notice, I don't know if you can hear it on camera or not, but when I walk in here it gets all dry sounding and kind of muffled and real weird. But I got 2 layers of this insulation acoustic board, whatever, this drop ceiling tile acoustic insulation board tile shit, whatever the hell it is. I got 2 or more layers on every wall. Well, 2 layers on this wall. They overlap in a few places. Some places it's actually 3 or 4 layers thick, but there's 2 layers on each wall. And what I did, I put a board on the bottom, put a board on the top, which there is a gap that I'm going to have to fill in. Excuse me, I just got done eating. And then I ran baling wire, and then up here I just ran baling wire and hung the tiles, you know, suspended them with wire. And of course later on there's going to be like a lot more than just these tiles. I got rolls of regular insulation. See, I still got to do this side. I'm doing a couple layers of this tile stuff first, just to take up some space and deaden a lot of it. And now I'm going to put it every place I can, because I got just a little more of it. So I got enough to probably do the ceiling. And these front 2 walls, I'm going to have to figure out something because of the door. Like, the doors will be not too hard to insulate. It's behind the freaking doors where there's, you know, the door opens, so you can't really put anything, you know, behind the door won't open. So I'm going to have to figure something out about how to insulate and deaden the sound on this front side. This top shit will be easy, you know. But yeah, it's mainly just putting boards up everywhere and running baling wire everywhere and stuffing this tile stuff in everywhere. Trying to make this as quiet as I can. And pretty much while I was trying to do all the noisy stuff so I can work on it tonight and do tinker stuff like putting this tile in and putting insulation in. I got a whole roll of this shit. It's some kind of freaking foam, thick insulation stuff. I figured out I'd be good at dampening sound. And then I got a bunch of rolls of insulation over here that I got to uncover. I got them covered up so they wouldn't get wet, which they probably got wet anyway, but it doesn't matter because it's just fiberglass insulation. So yeah, I'm trying to, like I said, I can tell the difference when I walk in here. And when I walk in here, even with the not soundproofed up there, it's real dead sounding. So I think this is going to work. I am going to put something down in here, and then I'm going to build a top for this. You know, obviously I'm going to have a top with like a door or whatever on it, like a hole where the hoses and things of that nature come out. And then I'm also going to put a blower fan that blows cold air down into the hole, and it'll just be naturally vented around all the leaks everywhere. Because I'm not a carpenter. I mean, I built this thing and I built that garage over there, but I am by far a professional carpenter. But I can stab some stuff together, you know. But anyway, freaking trying to think. Not a whole lot going on, just trying to insulate the shit out of this place. And eventually I'm going to have fuel storage on one side or the other. And, you know, electric meter is going to be mounted somewhere in here. My breaker panel will be mounted somewhere in here. Like I said, this is going to be capped off maybe just barely a foot above the floor, and it'll be insulated down there too, so I'll be able to, hell, by the time it's said and done with, I may be able to even like drive a lawnmower in here and park on top of this damn thing, you know, depending on how much work I want to do. But I built it down in this hole for many reasons. One, and yes, I know the hole ain't square. I did that on purpose. Square holes bounce sound around a lot. This will kind of help trap the sound at one end. And I don't know, I read a bunch of stuff on acoustics and shit like that, and I just figured, well, I don't want the hole to be perfectly square. I want it to be kind of whatever shape that is. But yeah, I wanted it down in a hole for one, to save space, too, so it's quiet. And, you know, I mean, it's just, why have a shed just with a generator in it? I mean, if I want to work on it, I got this hoist here. I mean, all I got to do is pull on the hoist and it starts lifting the generator up. It's easy. I lift it all the way up to the top of the hoist, slide a couple boards across here, lower it down. That's at ground level, easy to work on. The top of the generator will be right about here. I've already did it. So I mean, it's real easy to work on like that. All I gotta do is hoist it up, throw a couple boards under it, and you're done. You can work on it ground level. And I'm also going to make all the hoses and everything that connects to it to where it can be hoisted all the way up without anything being unhooked. That way, if there's any problem ever with this thing, I can just hoist it up, throw the boards under it, you know, a couple 2x12s, let it down, and it'll be ground level. Everything's still everything's still working, everything's still hooked up. Really, there's no reason why I couldn't be able to hoist that out of the ground while it's running, because everything's going to be hooked up. You know, like, I don't know. This is a whole lot of work to not piss off my neighbors. It's like they don't like to hear shit running non-stop. It ain't like, I mean, I hear shit running non-stop because I got McKinley's Trucking over there across the street. And they're got reefer trucks running and APU units on semis, and semis running all day, all the time, freaking non-stop. I gotta hear it, but the people over there don't really hear it as much, I guess, and they complain about this, so. Anyway, there's a long, boring update about not much of nothing, so y'all enjoy that, and more exciting shit to come soon.